So this is the new Samsung Smart Monitor M8, which has some features that many other monitors don't. Now, not only can you hook this up to your computer, but it also acts as a standalone smart TV. But before I begin, I just want to give Samsung a huge thanks for sponsoring this overview. Now the M8 retails for about $700 for the warm white model, but if you want daylight blue, spring green, or sunset pink, it will cost an extra $30. Inside the box, you get a power brick with power cable, a mini HDMI to full HDMI cable, a USB Type-C cable, Samsung remote, and an external webcam with a Type-C to proprietary connector. The monitor comes in 3 pieces. The screen clicks into the front of the arm and the base into the bottom. There's only one screw used for the entire setup process, which of course comes in the box as well. It's a thin monitor at 11.49 millimeters at its thinnest point. Overall build quality is solid, even though both the arm and the back of the monitor are made from plastic. Samsung etched what they call a herringbone pattern on the back, which really makes the monitor stand out from its competitors. The base is made of metal to add more weight, and it prevents it from moving around. On the back of the monitor, there's 3 ports, a micro HDMI and 2 USB Type-C. There's also a built-in D-pad to access the monitor settings if you don't want to use the included remote. Unlike a certain display released by another company, I'm not going to name names, you don't need to order a different arm if you want the display to move up and down. Right out of the box, the M8 will move up and down plus tilt forward and backward. The only thing it can't do is rotate into portrait position, nor is it VESA mount compatible. The slim fit cam is not built into the actual monitor, but magnetically attaches to the back using a proprietary connector from Samsung. There's even a magnetic camera cap that sits at the back. Now this can be moved to the front if you want to block access for privacy reasons. It's a 1080p webcam that supports face tracking and auto zoom capabilities. It can identify the person's face and keep focus on the subject. Now because it's a smart TV, you have access to apps like Google Duo that allow you to make conference calls, but if you need to use WebEx, Zoom, or any other app not available in the store, you can connect your computer to the monitor and the computer will detect the webcam. Now this laptop uses a 720p webcam, which doesn't look the greatest. I can then select the slim fit cam instead for better video quality. Now for fun, I did try directly connecting the slim fit cam to a computer, and since it uses USB Type-C, but unfortunately it didn't work, and it all has to be done through the monitor itself. Now I should also mention there's a far-field voice microphone built into the display. Speaking of the monitor, it's 32 inches, 16:9, 4K 60 Hz, and supports HDR10+. It's using a VA panel instead of IPS, which means much better contrast ratios, but slightly inferior viewing angles. The color accuracy is great, and I totally feel comfortable editing a video on this. Watching movies on this has been fantastic, and the display itself comes packed with tons of awesome features. Like I can connect 2 devices to this and use picture-in-picture mode to see both computers at the same time. The remote control makes the M8 feel like a TV when you want it to be, with volume and channel controls. It even has a dedicated button for Netflix, Disney+, Prime Video, and Samsung Plus TV. Other apps like Apple TV and Spotify are installed by default, but Tizen OS provides access to more apps like Plex and Apple Music. The microphone can be used with Bixby or Alexa, depending on which voice assistant you choose when you first set up the monitor, and is always on even when the display is off. Now, if you don't have a device to connect to it, you can still get work done by using a Bluetooth mouse and keyboard. Microsoft apps are available along with Samsung's browser, essentially turning the M8 into a desktop computer. As for computers, it works with both Mac and PC. You can either wirelessly project your PC to the display or use AirPlay if you're on a Mac. But you can also physically connect any computer using USB Type-C or HDMI. And since all the software controls are built into the monitor, you can use the remote to change things like the brightness, contrast, and picture settings. But if you live in the Samsung ecosystem, it meshes very well with other Samsung devices. I took my Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra wirelessly projected DeX to the display and was able to use all 32 inches of screen real estate for a much better productivity experience. And even if you don't have a tab, but let's say a Galaxy phone, you can wirelessly project whatever content you're watching to the display or use Samsung's Tap View and Tap Sound in the SmartThings mobile app. As for sound, the M8 has built-in speakers, 2 tweeters, and 2 subwoofers for a 2.2 channel stereo setup. Samsung also uses Adaptive Sound Plus, which analyzes the monitor's surroundings in order to optimize sound effects. The sound quality is much better than most built-in monitor speakers and is a great way to quickly hook up a desktop computer without having to worry about external speakers. Look, this is a really cool concept because it takes a dumb traditional monitor and turns it into a smart one. Most importantly is that it really just works with everything, regardless of what type of computer or operating system you're using. For me personally, this is going in my kitchen and is going to be used to watch content and connect my laptop when I need to get work done. Now, if you want to pick one up, Samsung is offering a $100 gift card to go along with it, but the deal expires on April 17th. I placed the link in the description below if you want to check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching this overview. Make sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course, subscribe. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.